This is a black powder Kentucky boomstick. It is from 1840, so it is not a firearm. This is from 1840. ATF says anything from 1899 and older, 1898 and older, is not considered a firearm. This is from 1860, so this is not a firearm. This is a piece of wood and metal. It is not a firearm. This is an antique boomstick, Kentucky, from 1840s. From 1840s. This is not a firearm. What's up, buddy? Hey, Micah. YouTube don't care if it is, right? What's up, DH? I'm trying to find my screwdrivers. I can't find them. I have some thin screwdrivers I had somewhere in here. I don't remember where I stuck them. I used them to work on some stuff the other day. Thanks, Elijah. And I'm not sure where it went. Anyways, we thought we might look at this a little bit, but unfortunately I'm not sure what happened to my little screwdrivers. They should have been inside this box here or in this holder over here that has screwdrivers in it, but maybe it's in this other one. It's got accessories and stuff. I don't know. It's not in that one. But in this box of miscellaneous paraphernalia. Let's see. There's some pliers. I might need that. There's some scraping things. I might have a flat blade in that, but what I'm looking for is just little teeny, a couple little screwdrivers. I don't know where they went. They're really skinny. I guess I could try these out. We got some bits right here. What's up, DH? Micah, welcome back. Do you know you leave metal in salt water for a week, it turns the metal into lightweight metal? That it does, yes. And YouTube, again, this is not a firearm. This is a piece of wood and a boomstick that is from 1840s. It is not a firearm. All right, let's get some screwdrivers here. Kugelschreibers. Oh, that worked. That worked. This is a hunk of metal and some brass with some wood on it. That's all this is. From 1840s. It's like 20 years after you were born. I know, right? Pretty much. Now this might slam because unless I can get it up with my knife blade. Where's the knife blade? Let's use this butter knife. Because of its spring tensioned right now a little bit. I don't know if it's going to pull it up. See, is there some on the other side? There is a big screw on the other side right there. Right there, we got to get that one out. Already cutting out on your end? I got full signal here. Let me change the data instead. That's probably what it is. Let's see, I need to find a really big flat blade. We got all sorts of real big ones here. That one fits like a glove. Is that better? There we go. Here's what we needed. We need to take that out. There, that should do it. Yep, there we go. So this is not wanting to release. So this thing needs cleaned real good. As you can tell, it's pretty rusty in there. So it doesn't want to release. Something with the triggers, maybe? One's the set and one's a regular. And it looks like the set's having problems. All right, I'm not sure how I take this off. You can adjust the tension on the trigger right there. This is an old antique. Not sure how that goes in and out. It looks like it's pins. Knockout pins to get this off. Okay. So we need something to set it on. Let's see if I can put this there. This is very delicate, this wood. One time it fell, and what holds this top piece on that you can't see, that's the barrel, ripped out the wood. The thread's ripped. See, it's all cracked up where it's all cracked up. Yeah, it's funny. It's all cracked up where the threads would go in. But yeah, we got a pin right here. Then we got another pin right there. We plan on firing it one of these days. I'm going to do a really, really light restoration. Like, just do a minor patina cleanup on the metal and then minor wipe off on the wood so I can see all this nice tiger print here. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool. Like, check out my short too for that antique right there. I just did a short of that thingy right there, the little pea shooter. Right there. Check that out. I just did a short of it. If you could, we'd appreciate it. All right, let's see here. We can zoom in. All right, I need something to rest it on the other side. Something that's softish. There's a rag. Put that up underneath. It might work. See if I can punch out these pins. I need one. Like a little SUV or something like that. Where's my little hammer? I don't know if that one will work. This little guy here. Alright, then knock this one out. Whoa, 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 whoa. The little hammer's falling apart. Where's the spring? Okay, the spring's stuck in there. I think I need a new one of these. 1908 Ford Model T is what I need. I don't know, is it? All right, there's the pins. Got to pull those out now. Barely anybody in here. And YouTube, I'm an adult. Nothing's ever for sale. We always follow YouTube guidelines. And yes, this is following YouTube guidelines. To the letter of the law. Found a little pin up front that's holding something together. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How's it going, buddy? How's your day going? Wow, that thing got bent. Wow, I got the barrel off. Thing is old. Hopefully there's some brands or something on the bottom of this. That would be nice. I have no idea what brand this barrel is. Was hoping after I get it off I could tell. We're going to do a light restoration on it eventually. I got to get a little Ziploc bag for all these parts. J-Dog, what's going on? FN barrel, allegedly. FN? Not sure about that. This thing's older than the hills, from 1840s. Just slowly taking it apart here. 1840s, roughly. That's the patch holder back there. Lift this up, and you could put your patches back underneath there. It's got the Star of David on it. That's kind of cool. Might be Beretta. I'm not sure. You meet the letter of the law, but not the spirit of the law. Don't know about that one. All right, let's see if we can get it off this hammer. We're going to need a bigger one than that. It's the old cat and ball. See if we can get that hammer off without damaging anything. All right, she's coming slowly. She's coming off a little bit. Let's move this out of the way. That thing is so light without that barrel on it, because that thing weighs like 5 pounds with the barrel. All right, we're getting her. We're getting her. There we go. Ooh, she got a lot of junk under there. Look at that. Junk under the hood. This is a Kentucky boomstick from 1840s. And it's original. 1840s. That is where the patches would go. Brass there. You got a secondary one for setting, and then for the other, it is all broken up. Here, the screw pulled loose, and someone put a patch in here because the wood was so dried out. It's all cracked there. It's got a coyote right here, or a piggy. It might be a piggy. And then on this side is like, let me put it the right side up here. This right here is like a gander flying in. That's its beak. That's a wing. That's its back tail. These are its 2 feet, like a gander coming into land. And then the opposite side has some dog running, maybe. That's probably its tail. That hole there was where a pin went in to hold the barrel. Be scared to take something like that apart. Yeah, I'm being very gentle because this is an antique. Like, I'm going to do a really, really light restoration. Just take this gum off, this gooey gum, and then clean off the brass, but don't make it shiny. Just take the junk off of it, but keep it patinaed. It's pretty cool. And then a light wipe down of all the wood to get off this old varnish. Yeah. I'm at a standstill with that other one because I need to get some bluing for it. So now we're taking this apart. It's pinned together. Like, I just took out the pins here. There was a pin there and a pin there to hold the guard on. Looks like we got 2 more pins holding this metal plate on. Not sure how to get those out. Whoever put this on used little flat blades. They got a flat blade there, here, a couple pins, 2 more flat blades, another one down in there. And they recessed it in, so it's not like it's sticking. At least on this side, they recessed it. Fixing the wood on it, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Underneath here's the patches. It's got the Star of David on it. It's got brass from here all the way around through the back side, and all the way to here is brass. It's all screwed on with little flat blades. Not sure what that little one right there is. I don't know if that's a flat blade or... Oh, it's like a pin to hold the 2 together in the corner there. Which would be kind of a pain to get off, but I'll need to get it off probably. We'll see. I do want to do the minimalist I can. Chamber was held in by... There was a flat blade here that stripped out, and then a pin right there that was holding it in. It's a 40 cal or a 36, 37 maybe. And then this trigger set was sitting in there. But it wasn't unlocking because it's so gummed up. Didn't really want to unlock, so I need to put this in a sonic cleaner, see if it'll help with it. Just to take the gum off. Same with this, it's all gooed up on the back side here. And then this, we got to see if we can pop out now that I put the pins out. I got to very gently mess with it. My donkeys are hee-hawing. Crazy whoever made that back then was an artist. I know, right? They put a lot of work. Like, this thing was high-end. Like, they got this stuff here. It's pretty cool. Oh, I think my roommate arrived. I can hear his music blaring, and the donkeys are going crazy because they hear it. But this should be able to lift out of here. I'm real gentle with it. There we go. Yep, it's lifting up out of there. Let me lift up this side now because I don't want to break anything. I need to get a little something under there to pry it up. Because if I pry on this too hard, it might end up snapping on the brass on this end. So I need something really skinny. Either this little screwdriver or a butcher knife. There we go. Came out like butter. Look at that. That's solid brass. I mean, just think, someone had to forge that and make this thingy. It's a carved piece of wood with brass overlay. Yeah, I know. Naratu's in here? Hey, bud. Need to ask if I'm working on a pew-pew like that. Does it count as touching? This actually is not a pew-pew. Believe it or not, according to ATF definition, is not a pew-pew. These are parts currently. And its configuration. Plus, it's an antique. It's made in 1840s. And per YouTube guidelines, it's not considered a firearm, as well as ATF guidelines. It's a black powder. That's from 1840, roughly, so. Yeah, it's not on there. It's off. I mean, maybe allegedly it might have been on earlier. At that point, it still isn't one because it's not considered. Even the ATF knows it's not. All right, now I got to pull these out. We've got, let's see if I can get a real light. See, that's brass too, isn't it, or not? I just want to get the light surface rust off so I can figure out if those are flat blades or pins. Those are pins. How in the world do I get those off? Unless that pulls undone too. This thing has threads on it. That's the trigger set where you can adjust the tension on it. What's up, Rodney? I don't know how to get that out because it's got two pins here. Someone put two little metal ones there because there's a micro crack that they fixed. But there's nothing from the top end here, which is nice, that ties in. That would go into those. I could do a real light pry again and see if we can lift anything up. And if I mar the wood, well, it's up underneath everything, so it's not going to hurt anything. Hopefully not. See, that spring in there is malfunctioning. That's the set trigger. Yeah, it's like 150 years old, 1840s, whatever that would be. Something like that. Yeah, that one's probably supposed to have a spring. This one still has the spring. It still works. Not sure how that comes out. I don't know if I push on this, if I can get it out or not. I don't want to break anything. Because that's got threads on it, which goes into the wood, but it didn't screw into anything. That one has a flat blade so you can adjust the tension for the trigger, because it's supposed to be like ounces, since that's the set trigger. How you doing, J-Mac, by the way? Sorry, I didn't say anything. Old wood, my favorite. Yeah, look at that. Look at that tiger stripe. I have one shotgun that has tiger stripe on it. It's from 1898. One of my shotguns. This one's 1840s. What's up, Safety Strap? Been a while since I've seen you in here, Pat. How you been? Let's see if I can get this one out. If I damage it, it doesn't screw into anything, so I don't think it's going to hurt anything. That doesn't look quite antique the way it looks. This back thing's just temporary, held in with pins, so it keeps it from moving. It's probably from it being hand sewed. Hand sawed, maybe is what you meant, probably. Put Modern Tiger on my 1939 1M Grand, so amazing. Yeah, there's tiger stripes on that. It's pretty cool. It's built into the wood. It's not saw marks. That is tiger wood. It's all one piece. But yeah, I have one shotgun that has tiger wood on the butt, and it's an antique as well. I've never fired it because it needs some help as well. But see the tiger wood on that one too? You see the little tiger lines there. Looks a lot lighter with the lighting here, but yep, it's got the tiger. This one needs a little bit of help. I got to take it apart and something's jamming in it when you go to open up the barrel breech. All right, let me see. I don't know how to get that off. See if we can clean out these flat blades. They got some crud in them. But we don't want to slip because I don't want to make gouges inside my brass. Because I'm trying to keep the patina on the brass. Just do like a triple aught clean over on it. All right, that goes over there. That one goes there. See if I can use this screwdriver. Your 1 million grand. M1 grand, 1 million grand. It's worth $1 million. Is that what they say? Don't slip, sunshine. Don't slip, just the tip. Okay? Let's just get the tip on there. Don't slide the tip all over and deep in there. Keep switching back and forth from camera, so it's messing up the view here because my hand keeps getting in the way. So it's changing the view here. All right, we're getting that flat blade. There we go. It's pretty neat. All these old flat blades that are from, ancient years ago, handmade. Yeah. They file them a little bit so that they sit flush in here. See, I might have to use the littler one on this, or just so I can clean it out first. This got some rust crud in that little, whoops, sorry, my hat hit the camera here. There we go. Clean out that crud. Grandpappies. Yeah, there you go. Got scammed into making a hole in one. But once for 100 grand, they gave me the candy bar. Oh, the 100 grand candy bar? I think it's called 1 grand or something. Yeah. I'm getting a little grip on it. There's not much of a groove left in it because it got filled up with crud and then rusted a little bit, so it's not really there anymore, the depth. These are kind of nice. They're pretty long, these flat blades. They call this number 11 FB. This is where the Armor's bit kit is handy. Is that the one with those really thin flat blades? So I could have got some that were similar to that. At a gun show, I could have acquired them. They're out of drawer divider thingies. That was antique itself. Maybe I should look that up. I'll screenshot that and maybe look it up later. All right, let me see if I can get that grip. I can get a light grip on the one corner, but I have to push pretty hard, and if I slip... Guys, did you check out the short I just posted a little bit ago on that little pea shooter of mine? It was right before I started. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Yeah, the flat blade groove's pretty much gone on this thing. Get dental picks. Next time you go to the dentist, ask for damaged ones, and they will give you it. You mean things like these? For cleaning out the groove? This is not a dental pick. This is actually a blue point made by Snap-on. Extremely pointy. Scraper set, really small. Blue point made by Snap-on. No affiliate, by the way. But there's like nothing there anymore. Like, I cleaned all the junk out. It's just because the rust ate away the form of it. There we go. I got enough out. I think I can grab it with my fingers. Yep, if I don't cut myself, because it's pretty sharp, the edges of this flat blade. There we go. Got that little booger. But yeah, see it? It's kind of damaged. Not really anything that'd help with that. I could maybe make it a teeny bit deeper, but I'm trying to keep the patina look on this stuff. Lightly take that off, but not too major. All right, let's see if we can get this out. Let me grab underneath this. Underneath this thing here, I might be able to pull on it. There we go. Perfect. And look at that. Look how well they cut that for this custom piece to fit. This is brass. That is cool. They probably hand did that, obviously. Use curved carving gouges to make those little loop-de-loops. The rest, they didn't do the greatest job. Like that hole's oblong. Those aren't that great where the spring-loaded little mechanism goes, but hey, it still works. Pretty cool. No brand on it that I see. All hand Hand done. Just fits in there like a glove. Pretty cool. All right, put that in the baggie. All right, let's see if I can get these out. Because these are even, like, I don't have a screwdriver that'll take something out that small. That is like, let's see, this one right here looks like it's, is that a pin or is that a screw? It could be a screw that the head popped off. I'm pretty sure. I don't have a screwdriver that's that skinny. I mean, that is micro thin. That's a little smaller. I mean, a little bigger. But these are like a hair's breadth. Those things are teeny. Like, for reals. That's smaller than a horse or donkey hair. That's crazy. All right. Where's my toothbrush? I should have an old toothbrush somewhere around here. Maybe. And these are probably just stuck in there with pins on the back end, and they just punch them in, these little things. The armor's butt set goes for every size, flat and Phillips. A razor blade? Yeah, that might work. It depends on how deep they are. I should have one in this. You got one right here. I mean, that is so skinny. That might work for cleaning it out if I don't slip. That is so skinny, and it's not that deep, even after trying to clean it out. They're so skinny. That's why I wasn't sure if I'll take these brass off here, because I'd like to. Just so when I clean off this, I don't take too much patina off the brass, because I want to leave it. Because there's like this rosin that's just all bumpy and messed up. Break the tip for more surface area. Yep. Also good to spray with WD-40 to help get it out of the wood. Yeah, but then you get that WD-40 stained on the wood. I don't want to do that. You get the oil stain on the wood. We're not doing a restoration on this. It's extremely light when we do. We're going to take off the varnish and then clean that off, and that's all. Otherwise, if you use WD-40, it's going to stain the wood. We don't want to do that. I think my roommate's kind of having a seizure again. He has them every 5 hours. Once every 5 hours. Close the door. My head isn't here. Don't close it. Don't close it. Yeah, that would use Q-tip to direct oil. I suppose that might work. I just don't want to chance it. I don't want to chance it. Let's see, there's some junk in this. There's like a slot right here. And another one here for when they cut this little slot out. I'm not sure what happened to my toothbrush that I use for cleaning. It might be on the front porch or in my room. I'll be back. All right, I found my toothbrush. My old toothbrush right here. Yeah, I don't know. I'd just rather not chance it. See if we can clean off some of this stuff. This old rosin stuff on it with a rag and some cleaner. Let's see, I'm trying to think what I should use to clean it. Glue and rust remover, cleaning degreaser. Probably that. That should work. What's for cleaning metal, though, it says. I did testing on a little spot and see. Touch it with a Dremel. No! I ain't going to touch it with a Dremel. This is an antique, bro. This is an original. I am not going to use a Dremel on this thing. Not in that spot. If it's maybe back underneath this plate, maybe. But no, I'm not going to use a Dremel tool on this thing. This is all original from 1840s. We ain't running a power tool on this. All right, let's try this. See if it gets that stuff off. Stuff smells unique. It's taking some of it off. Yeah, we ain't using any major power tools in this because I want to keep the rust color. I want to keep the patina as best I can. Just take off the junk. Need something a little stronger than that. And my room's gonna start reeking. Then we're going to put true oil on it once we're done. Oh, there we go. It's taking off the junk that's on the brass, but not taking the patina off majorly. I like that. At least for that little emblem there. It's keeping the junk in the groove, so it looks cool. That's dirty. And you're probably wondering what I'm using. Lacquer thinner. It takes the lacquer off that way. Look at that coming through. They used two separate pieces of wood. See the joint there? See that? Two different pieces of wood. Probably because of the curve of it. Let's see if we can clean up a little bit of this. Want a little bit of the sheen to come through, but nothing major. So I don't know if this is going to be too aggressive. This is quadruple aught, I believe. This must have a clear coat on it. Just want it to lightly shine through, but not major. Wanted a little bit of sheen to come through. Yeah, hey, what's up, Eastern? Yeah, it is beautiful, huh? What's up, buddy? This is that old boomstick antique. I'm waiting for something for my double barrel I was working on, so we're going to use, we're doing this right now. I'm trying to use different cleaners to get this cleaned up more, but not major. I want to leave a lot of the old look on it. Kind of like what I did to that shotgun butt. This one right here, I did a pretty decent clean on it, but then I left a lot of the marks and coloring on it and stuff for that one I'm restoring. But I'm out of bluing, so I don't have anything for that. Finally able to catch a live for a few minutes. I've been busy. What's up, creator? Eastern. I remember our teacher would say the school tissues were just fine for us to use until I used to snap the paint off his pen holder. So it was really hard then? Now I want to keep this as original as we can, so I don't want to use any power tools on it if I can help it, other than cleaning up maybe back sides of parts and insides of this. Here, it's taking off what I want it to take off, pretty much. They could sand paint off because they're so rough. That's like that TP and like trucker stops. It's pretty much like a paper towel, that cardboard paper towel looking stuff. Let's use this rag to stick a little bit of this good stuff on it. This has a little bit of abrasion in it. You guys know what barkeeper is, right? That's just to lightly make this a little shine through, but nothing major. It's kind of like Brasso in a way, but it's good for glass tops too. Look at that. That's how I want to make it. About like that. Where it still has the patina, but you still have the neat looking scratch marks. There we go. That way you can tell it's old still. I like that. That's how we want it right there. That's how we want it. Like that. That way it still looks original, which, I mean, obviously it still is, but Barkeep has like bleach and adhesive in it, doesn't it? It has something in it. It's got like a little adhesions or whatever you want to call it. Let's take the lid off on this. Put the lid back on this thinner I have in here. It's got something in it that helps. Well, work was fun today. I found out the new guy hates my guts, but still calls when he needs help. Okay. I guess that's good to know, I suppose. See if we can get this side. It's got some weird line on it right there from stainage. Look at that. That's just from this. That is not using any wire brush thing or nothing. It's coming off. I'm trying to get that old streak off. If I can. It's slowly coming off the streak. Whatever's in Barkeep sure helps. Takes a lot of the tarnish off, but leaves a lot back. That way we can keep what we want to keep. That's going to look beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, girls and boys. That's going to be nice. We'll do a light restain on this and then put oil stuff on it. Some people use tung oil. Some people use something else oil. And then I use the true oil that came with the... It came with my kit. Get this little piggy cleaned up a little bit, but not too clean. I almost did a little more than I wanted to there, but it'll get a little more gold once I get oil on it. That'll help. I'm gonna get a high in here with all the smells. Ooh. I'm going crazy. My roommate's doing I don't know what in the shower, just singing his little head off. Who knows what. They had a hand hit that. See the little tool marks from shaping it? Look at that. Look at these little tool marks from shaping it. What's up, Russell? Gonna have to soundproof shower. I know, right? Yo, Russell. There we go. That's the tarnish I want. That is the tarnish we want, guys. Take the junk off. Nice. Nice. Wanna tell me that I'm not nice? Or whatever you sing, I don't know. Gotta get some rock wool in that wall, maybe some double drywall. Rock wool? It's mobile, so there's nothing in it now. Ask your aunt if he's an emu. I wonder if sometimes he is. Seriously. He'd be like, what's that? Rockwool is kind of like fiberglass, but works good for sound deadening. Interesting. There we go. That's working a little bit of the finish off. Yeah, it is. And all the dirt and junk that's in it. U2 suitable patch box for the Kentucky. You mean that? It's already in there, bro. I already got one. It's got the Star of David on it, too. Unless you mean a full-size one. But it's got the little one here. You open up the door. I took it out earlier. It's pretty neat. Got to clean that up lightly, too. Pelican case. Let's see. I'm looking for a hard case to store all my suppressors. Yeah, that'd be perfect. If not there, Harbor Freight has them on sale all the time. Yeah, it is beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is that one I got from an antique store for around 200 cheeseburgers. I don't think taking off the minimalist amount of finished is going to ruin any value because of how old it is anyways. I don't think it is. It's just ever, like I'm doing it, as you can tell, I'm just doing a teeny, just wiping off all the crud that's on it and then going to put some new finish, cleaning off these, put new oil all over it. I got to clean this off a little. A little bit of corrosion of some sort back in there. Yeah, that fits right in there. Like that. What's up, compliant? Gotta quit a few for like 50 cheese. Yeah, what you call it has them for decent price. Like I said, Harbor Freight. All right. I'm trying to think what's the best to clean out some of that crud. Got any idea, guys? So we've got some, since it's brass, we got some brass corrosion. A little bit right there, some over on this side, and some chunks of like dry grease stuff. We can try a scraper. Move this out of the way. That's coming off some. Flits? Who's Flits? The key is to remove the crud without destroying the history. Exactly. Exactly. That's the idea. And you just got to use like soft brushes. Leave the patina on a lot of it, like the brass. I want to leave, you know, all those little scratch marks and junk within the scratches. I don't want it bright and shiny brass. Yeah, you know, you restore stuff. This just to get a lot of that crud off. It's the underneath, so I mean, you're not going to see it, but that way it might help make it sit flatter in there and, you know, keep moisture from building up maybe. You finally got around to it. Yeah, I have some of those too. They're a little piece of wood that's round and it says "to it" on it. Yep, I have one of those. It's called a round to it because it's round, made out of wood, and it says "to it" on it. Brass brush would have been my recommendation. Yeah, I don't have one of those, I don't think. I mean, a while ago I did. Little teeny brass bristles. They're from Harbor Freight. This would be better to have maybe double, what you call it? And then run 3/0 and then 4/0 or something maybe. Brass or bronze brush, one or the other. No, we're not using a Dremel. That's what someone kept saying earlier. I said, I'm not using a power tool on this. This is all original. 1840s. Let's see, here's some double-aught. I can use some of this. Here's some double. Got a whole bag full of it. For the back side here. Not the front, just the back side. Can use it to gently scrape the stuff off of the gunmetal. Yeah, I think this one's either triple or quadruple, this stuff here. Somewhere I have one sitting out that says it's quadruple. This stuff here is double-aught, just to get that crud off on the backside. Toothbrush and toothpaste. Yeah, that's kind of the idea of bar keep, which we might end up doing here. I need something rag to stick under this though. There we go. Put some of this in there. It's pretty much like toothpaste. It's got a little bit of grit built into it. Scrub it in there. Let it sit. Just a wee little bit. I don't want to use brass though because I don't want it bright. I just want to get the junk out. What's up, 44? I'm getting choked out in here. Brooke, what is up? We're working on good old faithful here from 1840s. That's a guess anyways, because they made cap and ball from 1820s to 1860s. So I'm like, I'll just call it 1840s. I mean, I could possibly put this in the cleaner with just water in it, ultrasonic. That might do a job, I don't know. 10 people in here. Appreciate you coming by. How's your all's day going? We are working on old parts for an 1840s Kentucky cap and ball. I couldn't work more on bluing stuff for my old shotgun because I can't find... I need to get some bluing for it. Buy some more bluing. And someone suggested gel bluing is better than liquid. Someone mentioned that the other day. I've only did one bluing before, so I don't know. That's definitely better than it was. And that fits right inside of this, the back end here. Just like so. I took the two flat blades out already, obviously. We'll do a final clean off of everything before we put it together, but that's good enough for me, I think. Like others people say, you want to keep the Perma Blue is what I have, but it's empty. It's empty. People were suggesting getting the gel of birchwood. That was, what, a couple days ago? I forget. Ultrasonic, you can put stuff in sandwich bags with whatever cleaners you want so you don't get the whole tank dirty. Huh, okay. What do you put for cleaner on an ultrasonic? That's the good for gun parts. 13 people in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. We do cave exploring, mine exploring, hiking content, restoration of old antique stuff. This is from 1840s roughly. This is the stock off of an old Kentucky. Old Kentucky. Good old Kentucky rifle. Captain ball. It's not a flintlock, it's old captain ball. I'm trying to figure out how to get this trigger set out. It's got a threaded rod here. And it's got 2 pins here. Just use Dawn. Yeah, I've used Dawn dish soap on that other one. This one right here. To clean this one, I used Dawn dish soap and a toothbrush. And then I put 3 layers of True Oil on it. Came out pretty good. Which is what I'll do afterwards. I'll probably use Dawn after I get all this garbage off. Because there's all this buildup along here. That's old crud from who knows what. So it used to not look like this. It used to be all cruddy like this and rough. So clean it off, help get that off, and then we'll do a light stain over it, walnut stain, and then put oil over it. And in between coats, you use triple aught or quadruple aught over the wood. Soap and water is actually pretty good to clean guns. Yep, used to be a pretty common cleaning method used by the military. I use Simple Green in my ultrasonic. Okay. Which I think I remember you mentioning that before. I think I remember that, mate. Get off some of this crud. It's a little bit more aggressive along here because of the oil that would come out of this whole section here. Just to get that crud off here. And this has stain or something on it. Someone stuck on, so it wasn't so shiny. I don't know what they stuck on it. It's taking some of it off. I like the character what has the different tones and different lines, but it's pretty cool. Simple Green is good, but it will ruin aluminum. Thankfully all my stuff I restore is steel. What about brass? Because that's soft, but not quite as soft. Stainless and titanium cans. Cans? What do you mean by that? That you stick inside of your ultra cleaner? And it breaking down cleans off the stuff, or what? I'm confused. I'm confused and befuddled. Cans equals... Well, okay, that's what I figured you meant. Well, I was thinking, but then at the same time, I wasn't sure because we were talking about stuff you put in the cleaner, which technically that is what you put in the cleaner, but I didn't quite mean that. I think this is copper. This thing they use to patch up this crack, which we need to fix anyways, which when I push on it, it does go together. That's that screw that ripped out Eastern when it fell one time. That screw ripped out. So what I need to do is put wood glue with a wood dowel on it, and then put glue in that crack, and then clamp it, cut it flush, and then pre-drill it to the flat blade that was in there. And then here, that's where the front barrel locks in with the pin. I pulled it out. Right there. Now this does have some type of aluminum here that's been repaired, it looks like. Take a look at that. It's got a secondary section on it there that they repaired or something to make it tighter. I don't know. And it still has the original cleaning rod too, by the way. It's a little bit dirty in there. See, this is where I might use, not saying I will, something with a wire wheel or something. I don't know, maybe this, but I don't think I will. I'll probably use a toothbrush still if I had a wire toothbrush. Yeah, she's getting cleaned up pretty good. It's got some old paint on here from 1912. That's from 1912, maybe. I don't know. The Pew Pew's from, this is a Kentucky cap and ball. It's just parts. It's just a stock. It's from 1840s, roughly. But who knows when the paint's from. I'll leave it if it doesn't come off, because that gives it character. I think that's cool. Like, I'll just clean over it. It looks really cool, I think. Keeps its old character. Acroglass would be better than plain glue. Yeah, I've heard you mention that before. Because I was saying, what should I do where one of my firearms were on the tang on the shotgun where it meets from different years and different brands, even though they're made by one company. They would change things just a teeny bit from a Crescent versus American firearm, American Firearm Company. They're all made by Crescent, and they changed it just a little bit. Okay, I don't know how much I can get this cleaned off, just because I got all the sealer off the back end here, but this has stained oil in it a little bit, so might have to run some more cleaners on that one, work it a little bit more. It's like a stripper. It's taken a lot of that paint off, unfortunately, this cleaner. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's lightening up. To fix split, add a brass pin to add support. Yeah, they've this one they've added like a little nail here and there. They put a teeny little nail. Well, how come I don't see it anymore? I thought for sure I saw a teeny little nail on this one. Right. I thought there was a teeny nail right there, but it must have just been something else. Might have been 2 specks of paint. There's a teeny little crack right there, so I thought they had like a nail there. Now the hole was to hold this guard in. This solid piece of brass, this guard here. Looks like something for fence ordnance. To the pins in the trigger area have a cross pin. So I'm trying to figure out how to get it off. So there's 2 pins here, and then there's a threaded pin right here. That's all. I don't see anything in the front here that you pull out, or on this side that you pull out. Like there was to hold the trigger guard. That was to hold the trigger guard. This was the opposite side of the lock plate where you put the bolt through, and it had threads in there, but I don't know how to get those out and what they even are. That looks like it's threaded as well. That one looks threaded. This one definitely is threaded. That's the trigger spring set. Yeah, I don't know how to get that out because I don't see any pins anywhere. Although there is a screw there, but I'm pretty sure that flat blade right there was something someone added in to reinforce something, but maybe not. I don't think this trigger goes that high up. I'll have to figure it out somehow. There's not a gun, there's a gun. That ain't a knife. That's a knife. What's up, JP? Yeah, you're right. This is not a knife. I mean, a gun. You're so right. Right on. This is from 1840s, roughly. So, yeah, it's not a pew pew. All right, cleaned up some of that. But yeah, I kind of want this out because I don't think this trigger's set right. It's really loose. And I think there's supposed to be a spring in there. This one works. It used to reset itself, but I'm pretty sure it's because this thing is so corroded in there. Need to put this in the cleaner. Yep, Kentucky black powder. Cap and ball. Yeah, it's all rusty in there. Ye old Kentucky. Yep. If possible, remove that screw you pointed out so you can clean it. Otherwise, just jacked, cut, resplit the wood. Yeah, see the splits here? And I think that's why they stuck that screw there, to screw these two pieces together from that split there. As well as the split there from who knows what else. Alright, I should have a flat blade that'll work for that right here. Yeah, it's a plain old wood screw, flat blade. They were using it, I think, to screw the split together back in there. I don't feel any other pins in here holding anything in. I do. I have a small one. Sonic cleaner. According to Google, there are all screws holding in trigger groups. Well, these are just, that's just threads. That one's just threads. And that one's just something mauled over. I use jacuzzi filler with CLR. Jacuzzi filler? Sonic bathtub. That's a big Sonic. Yeah, a bathtub? Dude, that might be bad for your family jewels going in that thing. 20 people in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. This is a Kentucky stock from 1840s. Slowly clean it up. We do have the really neat looking patch cover for that. That's brass. Looks like they had flats mashed out. That might be what that one is. But those are machine threads. You can see one line of threads, and then this one right here, I tried to see if I can grab and turn it out. That has threads on it too. So it's not wood threads. So I don't know how it goes in. Once I clean up the barrel a little bit, I might be able to find a brand on it. Oh, there we go. That's a nail right there. That is a nail. I'm pretty sure, because it's coming right out. All right, let me go very gently on the underneath so I don't make marks on it and push on it. I'm pretty sure that's a nail. Yep, look at that, guys. That's a nail. Hold it. There, we got it out now. Okay, so I can't tell if that's messed up or not with the set trigger here. Not sure. It's got a lot of play in it. It's not broke, the spring. It doesn't look like it. Okay. That's cool. I got it out. Maker signature should be on the underside of the barrel. That's probably where it's at. Let me clean that up real quick. Let me move this out of the way. Set it gently on my other stuff in here. So you're saying underneath the barrel, that would be right here. Get some of this cleaner on it. Let's see here. The rag I was using to clean was this one that it's underneath right now. That's cool. I was able to get that out. That trigger. It just was... Okay, so those screws are to hold that little spring in. Right here. And that screw there is to hold that one in, so that makes sense. Don't lose that little nail though, right? That's an original nail from who knows when. What's weird is it has threads in it. There's threads inside that hole there. Huh. But they have a nail there to hold it. All right, let's see if we can find a maker's mark on this barrel. Oh, I think I found it. Unless that's corrosion right there. This thing weighs so much. It weighs more than that stock. There's something right there, which wouldn't have been visible because it was underneath the... Ah, no, that's corrosion, I'm pretty sure. Just take the minimum off. See, that's what I'm going to do with the barrel too. Just take the minimum, so the rough's off, and then put oil over it. That's corrosion. What about the very bottom here? That's corrosion too. What's this? I don't know what that is. Was that a little patch inside of it? I'm not sure what. Interesting. What's up, beautiful Earth? Eastern says, very nice. Restoration. Yes, this is really old. Someone messed up and lost the old screws. That could have been. They might have had it. If the stock doesn't have threads in it, though, that means it might have not been originally that way anyways. Yeah, this is an old cap and ball from 1840s, roughly. So it's not a firearm. Okay, so what was under the wood was this hexagon here, this one here, this one, and this. Let's see if there's anything on this. It's a little bit of corrosion underneath here, and of course around this little thing. I don't see anything there other than that little chunk right there or something. I don't see anything on this. Got corrosion there. That could possibly be one right there. And then the opposite side, there's no maker's marks. See if I can find on the tang. Modern nail, if it was pre-1900s, it would be hand forged. Yeah. No, it's not a square nail. It's teeny. Harder than rust, softer than bluing. You need to invest in a Big 45 Frontier metal and rust cleaner. Big 45 Frontier, what's that? If you need hand forged nails, I'll give you a good price. Oh, you know how to get them? See, there's another little mark there, but I think that's from welding, a type of weld, pin weld, from the guide for this cleaning rod. I've already looked all over this barrel before. You make them. That's cool. See, this is all I want to done to the metal. Just take off that little roughness to it. Let me clean off this tang. See if there's anything on it. Right here where the tang is. Clean that off. See if there's a maker's mark on that. What's up, gaming? How you doing? How are you? No, I don't see any maker's mark down like right here on the tang. Oops, something's falling over here. Watch where this thing's sitting. Knock over something. See, I need the straight one of these for cleaning out where the cap goes. We're doing pretty good. Just make sure you give all your parts a barricade bath. I have no idea what a barricade bath is. It's where the cap would go right here. I don't have caps for rifles. I have some caps for some revolvers. I need something smaller than this. It needs to continue about that big. That one's too big still. So it's smaller than 8. There's like a 16th inch hole in there or something. It's got some corrosion in it. That's probably why. Black powder buildup from over the hundreds of years. This thing's over 150 years old. Welding tip cleaner, yeah. Breachwood KC barricade, CLP spray, amazing for guns. I used to have some of that Birchwood KC spray. I don't think I have anymore. I don't know if it's the same stuff. The nipple should be threaded. It looks like it. It looks like it has little flat marks here where you could monkey with it, but and then this looks like it's pin welded on somehow. I don't know if it makes it all the way through. It'd be nice to put something in there to clean it out. But yeah, it sure looks like this thread's on. I would need something it's probably a 3/16 inch or something. You put it on the two flat sides and turn it. But I don't want to break it or make marks on it, which this probably will, these pliers. I'll just do it real lightly. And if it doesn't give, we'll leave it for now. I don't know, it kind of moved. It felt like it did. Does look like it's threaded. You should have gotten a nipple wrench with the other black powder revolvers. See if it fits. I doubt if I did. They weren't new. Those are old. I'm not even sure where that caddy is that has all my black powder stuff in it. That I got from that. It was used from a, what do you call it? Pawn shop. Wrench, not pliers. Yeah, wrench is what it needs. All my pew-pews finished cleaning. Gets a 24-hour bath or barricade before long-term storage. Okay. Russell's back. Did I have an auto translate off? Oh, I didn't have all messages on either. Buggers. Oh well. Sorry if someone was in here trying to talk to me and they weren't on the proper setup there. Sorry. This old stuff just looks so cool. Like how'd they put this onto here? Somehow they welded it on. Because it's not the same. I think it's a separate piece. It's got a joint there. Threading needle? Kroll smells good. Yeah, I've never bought Kroll. Was watching a feed from MSP Airport. Really cool. Okay. 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 How's that guy do it? Okay. For the nipple. Yeah, it needs something in there. I need something that's like as small as that, but continued that size. Barricade followed by balsa oil for long term. Yep, coral should make air freshener. This stuff I'm cleaning with, whew, I'm getting a high almost in here. You can tell it had some welding here of some sort when they were pounding this out to fit this in there or something. It's got some marks there. But yeah, this should come off. I just need to get a wrench, which is in my work van. I don't think I have any wrenches in here in the house. But let's go back to the, because I didn't see any maker's marks on this thingy. I'll do a little more light cleaning some other time on it, but I was working on the stock right now, so. This thing weighs quite a bit. That alone's like 3 feet long. Need a NV92 mask or a respirator style. I trust AT here. He's the blacksmith here. So is well, yeah, he's the blacksmith. What's his name is the gunsmith. Eastern Washington. Major Eastern Washington. All right, here's the stock we were working on earlier. Oh, is there something broken in there? I found something in here. That would suck. Sure enough, there's something in here, guys. It could have just been a spacer. It looks like a piece of brass with a little lock on it. Oh, bummers. It goes right there. It's from off the trigger. Right there, guys. It goes right into there. So the set trigger broke. Buggers. And I think it's brass. Because it looks brassless. Maybe not. How am I ever going to find a new part for that? Unless someone knows how to do brazing, I don't. I might show it to some people on a short and say, hey, does anybody want to braze this for me? I'll ship it out to you to get brazed. Got to find a TIG guy. Yep. That is the trigger set. Really? No bleep, Sherlock. I can make a new one, but I need the original part. Well, I would send it off to you. Whoever wants to repair it. Time to learn to braze. I know, right? Eastern. So that would need punched out. And then this would need rebrazed on and then lightly ground so that it obviously doesn't have a hump on it. Yep, it done broke. I knew something happened to it because the trigger wasn't releasing anymore. That's the set trigger, the back one, I believe. It was not working anymore. So that needs sent off to whoever wants to fix it for me. I'll put that. I need a little baggie for that too. Here they are. Time for 3D printer. Yeah, I know, right? That'd be kind of cool in a way. All right, that's in there. Eastern, you want a job? Oh, wait, AT says he does stuff like that too. One of you are in Cali, one of you is in Washington. So. All right, I'll put that inside the bag of this. Along with the little nail. Don't lose the nail. Whoever I send it off, well, no, I'll leave it separate. Put these in there. I'll leave that little nail separate. Yeah, because he's retired, right? He'd been retired for how long? I don't know if he's or not. I can't remember. Parts are in there. There's little parts that broken off right there. And it needs brazed to that trigger there. And I believe they're brass. I think it was stuck because it used to work. And when I first got it, it would lock back and it would release, but very hard. And eventually, I guess it just broke. You decide to learn how to brace, practice with crushed rifle and pistol brace. Brass. Well, maybe one of these days we might. We shall see sometime. Now this, I'll probably just leave in. They have brass pins holding it in. I don't know why they have such a weird shape on it. I mean, it almost looks like a guy's face here, a guy's bust. There's his nose sticking out the top of his cranial. And that's like a shoulder and a shoulder. I don't know. I don't get it. Why they have it that shape. Kind of unique. It's unique. Good old eunuch. No. What did I do with that cleaner now? My eyeballs ain't eyeballing. My eyeballs ain't eyeballing. The cleaner in... Oh, here it is. It tipped over. No wonder. If you decide to learn... Okay, that one I already read. Oh, already read that one, mate. We don't read that one. All right, let's use a little bit of this. There we go. Nice. Nice. Clean off the crud from it there. There we go. Nice. HE, I've been working so much that I haven't had time. Yeah. Eyeball. Yep, good old eyeball. That's like a big eyeball right there, yeah. That's his ear hole. Wrong place. It's a child drawing. It's a child's drawing. Don't be so mean. See, there's a lot of varnish on this. Like it's all crusty. It's all crusty. Need almost like a stripper on that. A paint stripper. Let's clarify here. I won't say what I saw might get banned. Kirk. Kirk? Who's Kirk? Who the world Kirk? Who be Kirk? Kurt Cobain? Or is that Kurt? All right. You might get banned or I might get banned. That guy you know, that's the machinist, could probably fix or remake the trigger. Oh, me? That's my brother-in-law, but he doesn't have his equipment set up. Oh, the thing's shaking enough that it switched over to the sideways. There we go. There we go. Did you see the latest take on Charlie's unaliving? There's a few guys that go over it. I haven't seen the last one. There's one fella that I watched off and on that had all these theories, but not recently. I haven't. Mr. Russell. Maybe that's what he meant about Kirk. Oh, Charlie. Yeah, I didn't see that. Russell knows? Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Russell knows. Oh, yes, he knows. I want some of this crud off of this, but not all of it. Sure enough, that's copper, guys. I want some of that crud off, but not all of it. What channel is it that's showing it right now? So I can know where to look when I get off. The lav mic had a projectile in it. Oh, I've already heard about that one, Russell. I've known that one for a while. Someone was talking about. Yeah, this piece right here just about came out. Yep, I already heard about that one. It was like an explosive. Heard that theory a long time ago. Well, what's weird is they say there's no exit wound. There actually is. That's what the huge explosion was on the front. The back was where the entrance was. If you believe it's still a projectile from a firearm. There actually is there's an entry and an exit. That big one in the front is the exit, which that means he was boomed from the back somehow. Could have. Alrighty, let's clean up this tray here down in this. Best we can with what we got. There's a lot of old oil junk in there. See, it's coming right out. You can see some of the quilted tiger stripe. Oh, someone put a pin there. Probably because when they were trying to put it back together because it was in bad shape there. So someone he knew offed him, possibly, to hit the hay. Good night and God bless. See you, buddy. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you for coming by, bud. Appreciate it. Thanks for the pointers and tips. I know you restore stuff, so. See if I can clean out this crud in here, and then we'll put something else in there eventually. It's good to put like wax in there or something, beeswax. That way it doesn't hold moisture. I don't know what my thoughts would be about the whole thing. Not really sure. Yeah, there's some deposits in there of some sort. Yeah, it possibly could have been. I wonder what these little holes are. See the little holes? It might have been something when they shaped this with all the hand tools they had back then. That was to hold a jig in, maybe? I don't know. It's got holes throughout it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one way in the front that you can't see on it's off camera. Let's see, 0. I'm afraid that will never happen. What won't happen? Want to see the true autopsy. Oh, yeah. The true one. Not just the regular old true one they want us to believe. Trying to get this somewhat cleaned up so it'll be able to accept stain and oil for the most part. No redacted, I know, right? There's a little mark in there that's unique. Who knows how that got in there? It looks almost like it's charred, or was maybe. Creator says 0, we won't see anything, just like how the coincidental cremation, the butler, for he would be autopsied and everything was professionally scrubbed from his house and devices. Still waiting for the Epsteins, I know, right? You and me both. Was my doggies barking at? What are ye doggies barking at? Yeah, the thing is what people do not know is that actually the one before Butler, it was actually attempted before that nobody talks about. One of the channels I watched said there was actually one before the Butler one that nobody talks about. It's all hush-hush about it. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So technically there was like 4 or 5 on his life, not 3 or 4. There was one more than what they say. All right. I think that's as clean as I want to get it. I might do one more wipe down the whole thing and then do scrubbing with Dawn dish soap or something and do another wipe down. We'll see here. I don't know, it's pretty, it's not as, like I want it kind of to look oldish, so I don't know if I want to do Dawn dish soap or not. I like the little stains it has here and there, it gives it its character. Character. Government doesn't like to admit when it's get caught. I know, right? Is the Middle East like the I don't F in this? Excuse me. Like the IDF in this. I don't know IDF what you mean there, bro. I do not know what you mean. We do not know. I do not know, my little friend. And my doggy wants in. If I disappear, you know, yeah. You know, you know. Last heard from no, May 20th. This is a stain, by the way. Dries pretty quick. Dumb tube. Grr. It disappeared again? All the time. They always be disappearing on you. Alright, I need a scissors to cut this. I'll be back. You cut into little squares. Did anyone see Idaho now firing squad ruling? New firing squad ruling. No, I didn't. Is that what they're doing for the pedos? I mean, it's either that or the wood chipper. I'm for that. Or snipping for the ladies and the guys. I don't know how you'd snip a lady, but yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh la la. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Yep, they go bye-bye. Or hanging. Hanging, I'm fine with that too. Bring that back to them. Lady or guy. Doesn't matter. You go bye-bye. You go night-night. Forever. Wasn't hanging still common in the 60s? Depends who you ask. And where you live. Look at that. This is just the first coat. It'll just get shinier and shinier. Of course, it needs to soak in and dry, but get some more on this. I meant a corporal punishment, not the kick. Oh, yeah. Surprised it works. My phone got shattered. What's up, Mr. Rich Guy? True oil, use fingers to apply, gets all the grains. That's a mess, isn't it? I didn't want to use my fingers. I didn't use it on the other one either. It is true oil, yeah. I can't really see what, but it works. Can't really see you, but it works. Okay. And in between coats, you want to use like triple aught steel wool on it. Pieces of glass in my fingers. Yeah, that ain't fun. What are you doing that for? Don't want to do that, bro. Why you do that? Why you do that? Yeah, guys, I just did a short of that little pea shooter if you guys want to check it out. A pretty neat one. All right, let's try cleaning this off. Let me set it off gently over yonder. Yonder. See if we can clean this up just a little bit. And cleaner's right here. There might not be a maker's mark on that pew-pew now. I can see the stock more clearly. Looks like a poor Smith made that gun. I'm not sure because it has piles of brass on it and all these cool looking stuff. So, I mean, I would think whoever made it went a lot of lengths to make it look more fancy. If you get my drift. The drift ain't drifting. The drift ain't drifting no more, mate. Yeah, this is Barkeep. Barkeeper's Friend. It's got a little bit of grit in it. It's kind of like toothpaste in a way, but it smells different. You're going to have to put this blanket thing through the wash because this stuff's all dripping on it. Yeah, it's just to make it a little bit shiny, bring up the brightness a little bit. Nothing major. Takes all the surface, surface junk. That way you get a little bit of sheen to it, but you still have the old look. I used that on the shower floor. Yep. Brass was cheap and didn't say the Smith was in town. Oh, got you. You can tell it's well made, but it was done cheaper due to the fact that the stock is two different pieces of wood. Yeah, you noticed that, huh? Yeah, it does have two pieces of wood instead of all one. The thing is a lot of military firearms are the same way, but I guess that doesn't mean much. There's a decent amount of military firearms that are like that. They're two pieces. It makes it look like they're repair, but actually that's how it was. What is it? I think it was some of the SKSs. They were a two-piece. I've never used Barkeep on a floor. My screen is purple and pinkish black. That's because the little grid marks aren't working anymore. Screen is no good. No good, my friend. Su pantalla no es bueno. De su teléfono. Celular, actually, would be more correct. Look at all the file marks. I'm guessing that's what that is from the underside. There, that's about what sheen I want it. Pretty much. I don't want it too much. See if I can get in this groove a little bit more. You guys choose what should I have for dinner. I don't know. I didn't have mine yet either. Well, I sort of did. I had one of my bratwurst. Put a little bit more right there. I had one bratwurst left. It was a cheese and cheese nacho or something. I forget what. Some for cheese chunks in with it. Pizza's always an easy choice. Yeah, just stick it in the oven, right? I get my barkeep from Winners or TJ Maxx down here. Winners Circle, isn't that what it's called? I think I've heard of it, if that's what I'm thinking of. We have TJ Maxx over here, but I don't know if we have Winners. There we go. I like it having that old look still. Beef Wellington. You'd have to make that stuff. Here's the old cleaning rod. I still have it. It's got little threads on it right there. Stuffing the wadding down in there and stuff. I don't know what the little threads are all about. Rich, you might be rich, but not me. But I'm not. Oh, that'll work. I like that. Yep. Alrighty, folks. I so poor. Yeah, because usually your thing's called not Mr. Rich. Sorry, I'm trying to get you off the stand here. See, YouTube, as we always say, exactly what that sign says. Nothing's for sale. $4 and broken phone. $4. $4 broken phone, man. Here's how I had my stand, guys. Look at this. So here's how I had my stand. The leg was in here, up like this, over, and then down on the work. It works. Or you can make your own beef Wellingtons. Some people do. It smells like chemicals in here. Oh. See YouTube? See the sign? Enough like that. Steak and mushrooms and bread. I mean, that sounds good too. But I would go for some fish right now, which I have some fish in the freezer. So a full tenderloin in Costco for 200 beans. A full tenderloin. 200 beans. I'm getting high in here with all this chemical smells. That was fun cleaning that up. I'm slowly getting some of these little projects done for you guys. And myself. It's just have to start and stop on some of them because like the one behind me needed so many parts. A shotgun on the floor. I think I finally have it, but now I have to weld a nut in one spot because the threads are ripped out. That is ridiculous, creator. How many pounds was it though? Like if it was 50 pounds, how much would that be per pound if it was 50 pounds? If it was 100, that would be... if it was 100 pounds, it'd be $2 a pound. If it was... So $4 a pound, maybe if it was 50 pounds. My eyes are wanting to shut. No, it was like maybe 5 to 8 pounds. What? How is a 5 to 8 pound full-size tenderloin $200? A piece of beef. Or was it pork tenderloin? But either case, pork... See, I buy beef more than pork because I buy beef that's like hamburgers, what I buy. And now I've got some chicken in the freezer. I should thaw some out. Get it ready for the weekend. We can do some barbecuing. Beef tenderloin, okay. Do you have to write your sign backwards? I did. That's why it looks like childish writing. It is written backwards because that's the front camera. That's why it looks a little bit because it's backwards. Yep. That way the camera can read it. Excuse me. My phone is not working. Beef herds are lower numbers than they were during World War II. For ratio-wise, probably, yeah. Like from people per person, yeah, definitely. I don't know about it in total, but yeah, ratio-wise, for how many people are living. JP, I saw your comment on moist beans. LOL. What? That was moist bean had a short. I don't get his alerts. Almost about to cry. Uh-oh. Oh, Pueblocito. Pueblocito. Give me a whole minute. Couple minute. What's up, Lake? Hey, you want to sell the rack? You can find the racks on Amazon. And there is parasites flying problem or something. Did you like it, Russell? Was it a short? Did you have a short or something? What's up, White Windu? Or, I mean, M4? Where'd the sun go? Not Windu. We were just working on my my antique cap and ball from 1840s. I had the phone over the bench and I was working on it. Oh, nice. I have two more levers. One's a Model 99 Savage in 300 Savage round in the safe. And then I have a lever action 3030 right here. That's looks like a Marlin 336, but it's not. It's a Rossi Rio Grande. And then I have a lever action 10 gauge in the corner from 1901, and it's model 1901. Very nice lever actions. What caliber are they? That's a 22 modern. This is a 2535 from early 1900s. That's a model 94. This is model 92 from early 1900s, 2520. That's a 3220 with a veneer sight from 1895. That's a 3220. And this is a 44 Magnum Winchester model 94 AE from the 70s. What's up, Cal? Or Chow, I guess. You changed my username. I'll use you back to that. Yep, Paul says, cool, thanks. My friend had a model 94. That's a 94 from early 1900s, and this is a 94 from the 70s. My lever gun is dusty and crusty. I have a model 94 and 22. That one right there is a Henry, so it kind of looks like a model 94, but I forget what model they call that, a H200 or H100 or something. Here, I'll switch the camera here. There's the lever action 10 gauge right there. It's a model 1901. It looks like the model 1887. But that's the one that took the place of the 1887 in 1901, and that's a model 1901. Yep, 10 gauge brass shells as well. I'll be firing through it once I get a firing pin for it. Yep. There's a 338 Lapua beside us right here. Yep, big old muzzle brake on it. We're working on a Kentucky rifle up there. And we got a lot of handguns in here and shotguns and deer rifles. 22s, lots of 22s for the nephews and nieces to shoot when we have shootouts. Which maybe this Saturday we might have something. I'll see if we can get something together maybe. Looks like your house. Yeah, I know, right? I see Kentucky Ballistics really likes the Glocks. He does like Glocks. Did you see that really long one he has? The guy who made that one and his really long 45 ACP 1911 lives near me. Kelling's Customs or something like that? Kellinger's Customs? JP, do you have a different lever action that we don't know about? Looks like my house. Did you see it yet, AT? It's in my posts. I don't get your alerts for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, excuse me. Is there anything in this mag? No, there's nothing in there. I think these fit 6. I think that's how many they fit. I forget. This one, is this one Ruger? This one is Naga Ruger. It's an AM. USA Accurate mag. The other one I have is a Ruger. I think I have 3 of them, but I can only find 2 mags the other day. The other one should be up on top somewhere. I think it's up on top up there or something. Or it could be on the floor down here. Somewhere. I don't want to shoot it. Been giving them to my boys. Nice. Hopefully they keep them. And then they give them to their boys, and they give them to their boys. What's up, Pistol Pete? Yo, yo, what's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? You haven't been in mine in a while. 36 pistols on my permit. For like concealed carry permit. Here in Arizona, we have constitutional carry, so we don't need one. Unless you want to go in restricted areas, then you do. That's the plan, bud. Nice. We got Pistol Pete worldwide. Yep. And Pistol Pete, I don't know. Jerome's not showing up today. I don't know where he is. I mean, his twin is Desert. Desert's here, but his twin hasn't been alive in a long time on his channel. He hops in other people's here and there, but yeah. I know. What the what? He's being slacking. Oh, Jimny Show just went live right now. He's playing Tabor. New York is tough. Yes, Lake. I used to live in Cali. Yes, I went on vacation. Yeah, I did. And Cali is just as bad. I did not have a carry permit there. I might get one here eventually. My local gun and pawn, the one lady is a trainer for it. And so her name's Joey. She might, I might get it through her. We'll see. Are you not doing the other platform anymore? I have not did, Rumble never works on me anymore. Ever since the Super Bowl, it crashes after multiple updates. And then Twitch, I could do Twitch. I'd have to run my tablet. It's unreal here. Yep, Cali was the same way. They're very strict, just like New York. Well, thank you, creator. I really appreciate that. Trigger brazing fun. Nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, there was a trigger on that old Kentucky rifle that is broken. Someone's going to have to braze it, so I might ship it off to a guy that can do it. Possibly a gunsmith at the Gun and Pawn can do it. He does some gunsmithing. There's another guy in Fort Huachuca that does gunsmithing. Hopefully one of them can do it. Really appreciate that. W's in the chat for creator. You Cohen with your son. Nice. Nice. I wouldn't braze it. I'd make a new part. I'd rather keep it original, though. Later, bro. Have a great stream. You too, if you're going to have one, I suppose. I'm starting to get a couple alerts off and on from you. What I did, Pistol Pete, is I shut off my notifications for a few minutes and then turn them back on. Sometimes that refreshes the whole thing. That has helped with about 5 or 6 channels. Some of them it has not helped on, unfortunately. Pistol Pete worldwide. Refreshed YouTube. No power tools if you want. Yeah, I'd prefer. I mean, you could do power tools to shape it, but then maybe the final finish, make it look like file marks on it, because that's what it has. The problem is one trigger would look shinier than the other, so you'd have to make the other one kind of match it. In case something happened to me, they can touch them. Yep. Just JB Weldon dip spit. Good as new. How it was originally built. I'll do the whole thing on a video. Oh, that'd be awesome. It'd be good content for you. And I could maybe share the link to my subscribers if they want to see how you did it. I mean, I'd prefer it to get brazed, but it might not be able to just because it's so thin. We'll be back. Okay. I won't be live a whole bunch longer. We'll see, because I've been live 2 hours almost. I'll let it run a little longer, though. YouTube, I know you just reset the algorithm on it right before 2 hours. Remember, nothing in this live is ever for sale. We always follow your guidelines as much as we can within reason. To a T, actually. Hey, what's up, Stinger? So I was working on an old antique from 1840 firearm. And the trigger sets, the back trigger that sets the front one, because it's a hunting Kentucky cap and ball from 1840s, is broke and it needs rebrazed. Maybe you do brazing, because I'm putting fingers out there right now to see if anybody can do a brazing on it for me and I can ship it off to them, or maybe locally someone might. How thin is it for a reason I wouldn't? Yeah, it's about an 1/8 inch by 3/16 to a quarter the other way. You see, let me get the little. I haven't done it in years. See, I haven't done brazing. I've done sweat joints for copper. Let's see if I can get that little baggie for you. But yeah, it's the set trigger that's having problems. Yeah, W's to Creator. He gave us $4.99 towards a fund for this. What? What? It's not locked. So here it is right here. It's about an 1/8 inch thick that way.
It smells like WD-40 in here.
Because I was cleaning stuff. I'm getting high in here.
Yeah, I can tell.
Right there's about an 1/8 inch wide by 3/16 that way.
Cloud, brother.
And then it goes in that spot back inside there, but you'd have to dismount the trigger to get it in there right. It's this back trigger that's the setting trigger. For brazing something that small, it does sound like a pain. You might melt the trigger trying to fix it. I built a couple powder derringers. One of them has 4 barrels. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, if you want to help with the fun of fixing this too, you guys could donate as well. It's up to you guys. I also do have a Cash App. That way, if you don't want to pay, let liberal YouTube get a cut, that's in my description. It should be at Jerome Grunwald and then some numbers behind it. It's in my channel description. But the spring still works on this, so that's nice. It's not broke. But this one, I think the spring does work here. If you push on it, it does go up. But since this thing is broken, yeah, because Cash App, you don't have to, there's no, they don't, what do you call it? They don't charge a fine or whatever you call it. Talk to your local guy first because, like I said, I don't know about time. Could do it, though, without power tools. I mean, if you need to remake one and you're going to make it with power tools, after you're done, make it look distressed. Because that's kind of what it looks like now. Of course, it's dirty. I didn't clean it. YouTube takes 30%. Supposedly, they take 20 if you're using Samsung to Samsung. But if you use an Apple device in any of it, Apple charges another 10% on top. So 30%. So the other day, Tactical gave me $70. Shout out to Tactical. No, it was more than that. He gave me $29.99 plus. No. It was $29. It was $79 and something in total. And then someone gave me $1. And so they take 30% of that. So yeah, I got $40 and something out of that. $48, $50, something like that. Okay, Jerome, I'm off to sit outside for a bit. It's still light out here. See you, Russell. Have a good one. I might go outside too. It's kind of smelly in here from the lacquer thinner from cleaning that gun. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, they get 30% after all the fees and everything are out. Plus, I have to pay taxes. Now, I don't know if I pay tax on what they gave me or if I pay tax after the cuts are taken out or before the cuts taken out. I don't know. See, Russell, have a blessed one. Yeah, I don't know what you pay taxes on. Which one? I mean, you'd think it's what you take home after the cut's out. Because why would you pay a fee, taxes on something you never received? I don't know. Trying to remember. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because when I did get a 1099 miscellaneous, or was it an NEC, from YouTube last year. And yeah, it was after the cuts were taken out. So yeah, they tax me and whatever I get in my pocket is what they tax me. Yep. I'll see what's cooking this coming weekend with my family. We might get together maybe and do something. It'd be nice if they could come here so I could possibly do some firearm stuff with them, like that old black powder that I worked on, the Snyder, 577 Schneider. We got to fire that. YouTube already taxing you. That's their job to pay taxes. Well, I received stuff. I received less than $600 last year after I was monetized. So anything $599, you don't. Anything over that, you do. $599.99, which it was less than that, but I still gave it to my brother. It's a 1099 miscellaneous or NEC something. And then, of course, with their cut, the 30%, I guess they pay taxes on that. That's the thing. YouTube takes a bigger cut than other platforms, but you get pushed better, at least normally, if you're monetized on YouTube versus some others, maybe not as much. Do you get monetized on Instagram? I don't know. Or Facebook? I don't think so. Maybe Instagram. Because Instagram, you have to have 1,000 followers before you go live. I'm almost halfway there. I'm like maybe 30, less than that, maybe 15 away from 500. I don't post a whole bunch over there. I recently posted something just the other day, though. My buddy's making bank on TikTok. TikTok, I have not decided to do it yet. Maybe I will. You gamble your tax money. I always have to pay in because this year I didn't do my quarterlies, and so I had to pay in some. But even when I did pay in, whatever I get back, they just roll it over to the next year. That way it'll pay off whatever I might owe the following, which is weird because who's making profit off of that? Call me talk. Yeah, I know, right? He doesn't do gun stuff, though. So, I don't have TikTok. If I would do TikTok, I don't think I'd do gun stuff over there because they hate it more than YouTube in some ways. They'll ban you over the littlest things. So what I'll probably do is my outdoor stuff on there if I would. Instagram, you have to make brand deals to make money. Oh, okay. Comma talk, yeah. But yeah, if I would do TikTok, I would do all my outdoor stuff, which I have on here, and my outdoor channel, which is at Jerome's Outdoor Adventures. Let me bring that up here. Let's see. I need to change some stuff around so that'll pop up. At Jerome's Outdoor Ventures. Here we go. Chanson just went live too. Please sub. There we go. Start a poll. I have almost, I think I have 273 over there subscribers on the outdoor channel. On that one right there. That one's just outdoor content. So whatever I did on there, if I still have it, I could just somehow share it onto TikTok. Now my video editing app already has it set up. Well, it'll share shorts. It'll create a short for TikTok and share shorts really easy. CapCut. I wonder if they have like a contract with them or something. Possibly. Something like that. Somebody that. Some reason that popped in my head. Whatever song that is. Somebody something. I thought, wasn't TikTok, they went belly up for a while. What's up, Jurassic? Cool stream. How are you doing? Doing great. Yeah, I think Jurassic, you were in here when I had, was it yesterday with the Bible quiz? Or was that when I was on my bed and we were doing more of a Bible study, kind of? I wasn't planning on to do that. It just became that. This earlier, we were up on the bench looking at an old antique Kentucky cap and ball that I have up there that I'm restoring. And then, I don't know, about half hour ago we sat down or something. Jurassic Panther. Couldn't save them. They almost got banned from the U.S. Right. Bailed them out. So they should make it less restricted. It's from China. China. If I recall. China. Yeah, we've been live 2 hours and 4 minutes, and I'm getting tired. So it's probably because of this stuff I'm breathing in. Naomi's live now too. Wow. Yeah, I was in one of them. I forgot which one. Yeah, I don't remember either. But yeah, I do. Cave exploring, hiking, mine exploring, rappelling. Got some rappelling content coming eventually. I did last weekend. Shooting content, gun stuff. And then this one right here, if you can see that little window there, that little pop-up pole, I don't know if it's up or not. It's on my end. That one, it's my outdoor channel. That one just has outdoor. Wow, look at this. Adrihan, whatever you are. Howdy. My buddy makes around 15. $15? 1,500 more a month? You lost a leg? No, I didn't lose any legs. 1,500 a month? That'd be nice. It took me 3 months to make $100. Before that, the first month I was monetized, I got almost 300. The next one, 190 something, and another one at 101 maybe. And then this one took 3 months to get over 100. Yeah, if you got stuff people are interested in, what I might do is start it with just a junk email just to try it out. And then if I like it, I'll go ahead and switch to a better email. Excuse me. That way, if they ban my junk email that I don't care about, it won't matter. I can start out with just a junk one. By the way, have you ever been to Europe? I haven't. I've been to Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Mexico. That's all. And of course, USA, where I'm at. Never been to the other side of the pond or south of the equator. Close. Yeah, that guy's having some problems. I'm not sure what's wrong with Adrian. My wife is from Honduras. Nice. So I was at a mission there, at a Christian mission at a children's home for 1 year and 7 months. I was their maintenance man there at the facility. I took people to clinics. I picked people up at the airport, took them to the airport. Went to the hardware stores, got all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I was there 1 year and 7 months. I was their maintenance man at the facilities for the children there. He was Central Honduras, Sigotepeque. The little town was called Violicia. It's in between San Pedro Sula and then the capital, which is Tegucigalpa. Super cheap out there. Yeah. And most of the time you don't have to pay taxes, if I recall. There's a lot of stuff you don't have to pay taxes on there. But I have a lot of friends there. I actually dated someone there for a while. She's a white girl. She was at a mission as well. I dated her for 7.5 months. No, exactly 7. I was really close to San Pedro Sula. Nice. I forget what the town is. Talavera is in between San Pedro Sula and Sigotepeque, but Talavera is closer to Sigotepeque. What is that other town that's down there? It's right when you hit the flats where the checkpoint is and you got to pay for the toll. Please like and subscribe. What's up, 44? Welcome back. You know where the toll is? Is that about where she lives? Where the toll booth is on the main stretch on Highway 5? That goes between those big towns. When it gets off the hills to the flats, where right after the hills, you drop down to a flat, and then there's the toll booth right there. Never been. She wants me to go this year. Oh, you'll love it. It's awesome there. Now, if you're this time of year in the summer, when it starts getting warmer, down in the valley is pretty humid, like if you fly into San Pedro Sula. But most people have been flying into, depends where you live too, the new airport that they made as the international airport instead of Tegucigalpa. It's in Comiagua, which is another flat spot that's not as low as San Pedro Sula, but it's still a valley area. It's in Comiagua there. It's, I forget the name of the Ramon. No, that's the lower one. What is that one called? Paloma, I think? Paloma? Something like that. It's not quite as humid there as some places. But yeah, down by the ocean at San Pedro Sula is a little humid in the summer, especially when it's like a little muggy, drizzly. Be like back east. Gets a little bit muggy. But I was up in the mountains, so it didn't get that muggy. I mean, it was humid, especially when we went down from the mountain to Bodkensak. It's a waterfall over there, a real big waterfall. Beautiful. I took my parents there. Oh, I'm breaking my head trying to remember the name of the town. If I had a map here, I'd show you, but I'd have to get my tablet to bring that up. I've been all up and down 5. I've been down some other side roads in Siguatepeque. There's another big intersection there that takes you down to Otoro. And what's that one called? Esperanza. And there's some other little towns way back in the sticks where my friend was living at the time. She's still back there. Her and her mom. Some other mission churches in there. Way back there. Yeah, what was that town that's down in there? Right when you get to the flats where the checkpoints are, there's like 4 little towns. I don't remember. And then there's a bigger one right before you get to San Pedro Sula. There's a gas station, there's pizza stores, there's a KFC we got some chicken from. I forget what. I like Honduras. So would you know Spanish then, Sting? I know a decent amount. I used to know more. But if I don't use it, I lose it, just like anything else. Wife had a store out there. Oh, cool. Like a tienda or a pulperia? You're fluent? Awesome. I wasn't like heavily fluent, but I was good that I could like carry a conversation decent with most people, and I'd reply more in like a simplified Spanish. A pulperia, yeah. Tiendas are a little bit bigger. They would be more like a small store. Pulperias is more like a little. They're a store too, but they're more like a little hole in the wall store. Oh, the clothing stores. Yeah, they had those. They had those in Siguatepeque. They were like a tienda americano. They were like American little stores where they bring stuff from Honduras. I mean, the U.S. and sell clothes, pots and pans, like hair buzzers, military equipment sometimes. Weedor? What in the world's a weedor? Weedo. What's up, Shadowcat? How's it going? They had some other higher end clothing stores, but those were like in the big cities. I think they might have had one bigger one in Siguatepeque in the downtown area. I mean, it was small, but I speak barely any, but I understand quite a bit. Not enough to get by, though. Yeah. When I was visiting my friend back and forth to Honduras, a lot was coming back that I forgot, and so I was able to talk to children a lot. What's funny is the children don't care if you mess up because they mess up too, and so it's kind of cool when I play games with them and stuff. I know what pasteles is, but not pastel. Pasteles is cake, but I don't know what pastel is, other than the color pastel. Yeah, he's like, what? He'd be like, what? Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. Patala way, mi amigos, donde es widow? Donde es widow? I don't know. I know what a widow is. Senor, yeah, I know, right? I can speak some Spanish, but I start to run out of words. Haven't learned enough to speak fluent. See, my mom took Spanish for 2 years in high school. So she had some, but then she hadn't used it in years. And they went to visit me when I was down there at the mission. So she was like studying up some. A little bit was coming back, she said, but she would just say it more like a English-fied, not really an accent. She knows how to roll her R's. We all have, because most boys do, because they make little motor noises, or machine gun noises. Honduras has some different words than what we use here in Mexico. Yes, correct. Everybody has their own dialect. It's Spanish, but it's like a different dialect. I learned by asking como se they dice. Yep, a million times. How do you say this? Only Spanish I know fluently might scare some people. Yeah, it's the bad words, right? ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say that? Okay, that one I already read that one. ¿Cómo se dice? Oh. The thing is, too, before I went to Honduras, I studied Duolingo for like 2-3 months, and that helped because when I went to Spanish school, the lady was shocked I knew as much as I did, and I said, "Well, I've been studying Duolingo for like 2-3 months." That helped. Yeah, don't say that word. That one's not as good, if I recall. There's a few other bad ones. That one's not very good, that one. There's a B word. That's not the greatest. And an M word. An M word and a B word. It's like I think it's a slang of a bad word, if I recall, but it's not like super bad. It's kind of like, it's worse than crap, but not as bad as the other S word that English would use. Or Spanish would be the M word, mier, and then the rest. Yeah. I mean, people would say the S word for the same thing. Ah, bleep, or ah, crap. Yeah, you're right, Stinger. That's exactly what that word is. It's not as bad as saying the actual word that starts with an M. There's another M word too? What? Really? It's not mother F. It's it's mierda. Yeah, that's a bad word. Don't say that one. Right, Stinger? You know that one. It means the S word that English uses. shit. Yeah, it's not a good word. What's funny is we were on a walk one time, my girlfriend and I at the time, and her mom and another lady and two of her children to church. And this little girl that's like 5 sees a pile of dog poo and goes, points at it and says, "Meow," and then finishes it off. And we both look at each other and chuckle because she called this pile of crap that word instead of saying caca or something like that. Because caca would be the same thing. Oh, yeah, a lot of people use that HE. It's the same word as the S word in Spanish. I mean, in English. I haven't heard of that one. What are my doggies barking at? And I think the neighbor dogs are barking too. Isn't pinche? Pinche or something like that a bad word? It means gay. The one he said, Americon. It sounds like it's short for Americano. It is, but that is also a town in Guatemala. Pinche. Yeah. I thought that was a bad word. What was weird as I had one yesterday saying I had an accent. He thought it was from Ukraine. It's a town or a state. I can't remember. It would have to be in Guatemala. I was only in Antigua, and then then Guatemala City, and then a side city when I went to the volcano over there, outskirts of Guatemala City. And then when I was in El Salvador, I was at San Salvador, the airport, and then I came back through. I forget, we went through 2 different ports. On the way back, we went through checkpoints at the border. On the way back, we went through a dirt road to check in back into Honduras. I bark at babies. I'm pretty fluent in that language. Yep. My wife was a chief at a high-profile restaurant a chef in Guatemala. Cool. Nice. That sounds like the neighbor's dog. Doesn't sound like Canela or Skittles, my two dogs. Where I live, there's a pretty large indigenous Mexican population that don't speak Spanish. They speak Mixteco. There's even a couple radio stations. Really? She met many stars from here there. She met many stars from here there. Stars like movie stars and music stars and stuff like that from the states that were over there at the restaurant. Or no, you said you're in Mexico. Mexico. Morgan Freeman? What? Morgan Freeman and some of the Avengers? For reals? Interesting. People like that. In Honduras or in Guatemala at the highfalutin restaurant. That's cool. The highest falutin person I've ever met, I didn't shake his hand, but I've gotten fairly close to him, was at Charlie Kirk's memorial. All the highfalutin people were there, and I was there in the building. That's the closest I've ever been. Creator, I've heard a few of those stations. It throws you off to begin with. So is it kind of like, does it kind of sound like Spanish a little bit, but not quite? What'd you call that? Mixteco. Mixteco. Hey, TAP. What's up, Llama? What's up, brother? I saw you went live the other day. I think it was a gaming, maybe, I think. Was that you? I forget. Because I hadn't seen you in a while, and I also thought I saw you pop up for a little bit. It sounds nothing like Spanish. Because Portuguese would sound a little bit like Spanish, but half the words are the same. The llama lives. Whoa. You met Chuck Norris before? That's cool. Of course, you can't anymore. He's passed now, so. I'm trying to think if I've met any actors. I mean, Trump has done some documentaries, and then he was in a couple movies. I forget which one it was. Was it one of the Home Alones? As like a fill-in for something or bystander or something. Doesn't sound Spanish. I was studying a while back, but stopped. I used to live close to one of Chuck Norris's houses. Interesting. No live, getting settled into my new job at La Rue Tactical, then hopefully videos and lives again. Nice. Will they let you video some of the stuff? Because like my local gun and pawn, they have no problem me videoing in there. Guy across the street, they have all over the place. No phones, no pictures, no videos, no this, no that, no the other. Adam Sandler a couple times, just going to this one, Ralph's. Wreck-It Ralph? Very nice. The Taco Llama has given us a discount code. Oh, yeah? Stinger, that's the only reason I actually met him at the grocery store close to one of the houses. He was very down to earth and kind. Adam Sandler is, and so is Chuck Norris. What's up, Vontae? Yo, brother, what's up? Is it true that, Vontae, I think you would know. Someone told me that Twin Gen got kicked off for a week. Is that true? Or is he back on? He was definitely a good guy. Mark Leroux is pretty tight about the facility. Okay, got you. Ralph's is the same as Kroger. Oh, and then Fry's. Like here we have Fry's. Fry's sells Kroger groceries. A while ago, okay. For a whole week, was it? Was mine a whole week? I think it was too, yeah. Ralph's we have up Northern California. I remember seeing some there. And then we have Fry's here, which are a Kroger, same thing. Stinger, what's up? Can we get a discount on a trigger? One that goes brr, brr, right? Yeah, a drop in MP5 would be nice because I need one of those. Chillin', bro. Yep. What up? What up? We be chilling here too. We've been live 2 hours and 25 minutes. Haha, Stinger. We have them for see, we have them first. They sell so stupid fast. They're hard to keep in stock. Yep. I like their flat face. I want to try on a build. I need an MP5. I really like mine, but I'm waiting for a drop in, which someone said rare breed will drop in if it has MP5 internals, the original HK, and mine does, so it might just drop right in there. I don't have to convert it. Lama, how have you been? I know, right? Creator, what's up? What's up? What's up? Say hello to my little friends. Our triggers are good. I have them in my rifle. So do they produce them themselves? Like they have a line of triggers, or is it from somebody else? I'm good, Vontae. Hello, Vontae's. Vontae's goods. How do they compare to Gaselli's? How do you pronounce that? Geisley. And I look like Boomer. They're ours. We build them. Awesome. Now we're hanging with the crew. What's up, Bruce? I saw you went live sometime, but I wasn't able to hop on. Sorry about that. Of course, the other night I did, but don't support rare breed. They're the feds. Makes you wonder if they are. How picky they are with all their stuff. Tatzel, I'll sub in a bit. Awesome. Also, guys, if you aren't subscribed to this channel, I'd really appreciate it. Where that little window is. That's my outdoor-only channel. It does not have pew-pews in it. I've got like 270-something subscribers over there. 10 people in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Hey, Bruce, how'd the reloading go the other night? I think you had 50 brass cleaned. Went last night, but not since. Okay. I think you had 50 brass cleaned. Triggers aren't adjustable, but break at 2.5. Well, that's a little amount. Even the FRTs, that'd be a little light for an FRT. You just loosely hold it there, and if it was a regular one, you'd loosely hold it and it would go pretty much. Of course, FRT is different. Forced reset trigger. That's nice. I like that weight. Yeah, that's pretty light. I wouldn't mind getting a better one for my, what is that one I have? I have a Delton DTI 15. That's just got the mill. Did a crisp break. No FRTs from LaRue. Not yet anyway. Okay. But 2.5, that's nice. Like you could just about limp wrist it and go bang, bang, bang. Did 50 Monday night and 60 more last night. I'm still pooping? Oh, still pooped. Okay. 60 last night. Wow. Noise. Now that was that the 6 PRC? I can't remember. Or was that the 6 GT? Oh, Stinger like glass. Like glass. Tactical. You guys should definitely jump in on that. Or at least like it. Can read my mind. Yep. 300 PRC. Okay. Don't tell them that, man. Yeah, right? Like to be able to look at my trigger and it goes off like it can read my mind. JPLOL. Yeah, I know, right? You just think about it and it happens. It's like linked. Neuralink, like Tesla, Elon has Neuralinks. You just like, or I'm sure there's some show about that. They do some Neuralink and they have problems. 220 grain with a ELDM bullets. What type of powder are you running in those again? I couldn't remember what powder you're running in those. Must be some decent match grade powder. Excuse me. Wendy's ship triggers to Optics Planet, Primary Arms, and a few other. Oh, you do. Retumbo? Never even heard of that. Retumbo. Never heard of that. I've heard of obviously Accu, Winchester, and Hogden. Typo arrows, yeah. Typo errors. You probably went, we shipped. Do you go to Wendy's a lot or know somebody named Wendy? Or you live in a windy state? Because it'll autocorrect to whatever you use a lot. I'm going to check Optics Plant and see if they have the flat face. I might have to do on my 300 Blackout. I would like to acquire 300 Blackout. Either build one or acquire a cheap one and build it from there. I know of one guy that said he can help me out and get me a good deal on parts, and then I can build it. Hydrogen return bow. Okay, got you. 78.2, that's a decent amount. It's just cool to know you're alive, Llama. You disappeared. Yeah, so did FAL Man. I need to contact him. And so did the Arms Room 24. How's that loader been treating you, Bruce? Oh, the black one he has? That's like a Pro. The Pro RCBS. That thing looks nice, that black one. It's got the 2 spouts, so it can do micro grains, like to the 10,000ths, instead of just to the... No, it goes to the thousands instead of the 10,000. How is that? It does 0.00 grain, right? Not just 0.0. I see the Armsman around still. Arms Room? I haven't seen him. I need to get his channel again and then refresh his settings, see if it'll work. I left it on since you helped me get it going. The black one you have? 0.04. Wow. See, mine only goes 0.0 or 0.4, 0.1, Mine's just the regular RCBS. I forget what that one is I have. It's a good one. Let me see what it is. It should say it on it. Is it an Acu something? It's called the Charge Master Lite, the one I have. Oh man, Optics is back ordered till November. Hey, they got good deals. I've gotten some Vortex red dots for mechanics that I need to get plates for yet, or have someone make me plates. That were a good deal. They're Vortex Venom VRD 6s. I got 2 of them. Don't ever turn it off. Oh, well, it might have a timeout. Some of those newer ones have a timeout when you're not using them. They'll shut off on their own. On those tricklers, the RCBSs and others, I think they have a timeout on them. Excuse me. Couldn't get it to kick down the loads. Oh, the little scroll. JP helped me get it to work. It's not at all user-friendly. Is that the black one? The Pro? That black one you have that has the 2 little... The full-size little spout and the little teeny one that puts the micro grains in. That specific, you barely bump the table in and mess it up. In my opinion. It stayed on for 2 days. Yep, the Matchmaster. Nice. I know, what's his name? The other guy that reloads. Not Reloader, International, whatever his name is. Kenrod. I know he got some stuff from RCBS, but I'm not sure if he got one of those ones, the Master. Not sure. Because I don't know if he acquired a black one or not. Had to turn it off to dump the powder. Oh, is it because it's so picky? I mean, I unplug mine, when I need to dump the powder and put a different type in. Nice thing with 2 mixers like you have, you could keep one powder in one and one in the other. Of course, one of yours is more precise. The Matchmaster would be more precise. Boom, 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 boom. Unplugged it to move it to the end of the table so I could get the powder out of the bottom. Oh, that little thing you turn and put something under it to catch it. JP says, I'm going to win Ken's reloader he's giving away. What if I win it? I'll have 2 of them then. I think his is a Charge Master original, unless it's a light. It could be. I can't remember. Mine's a light. It said it was lightly used, even though it looks brand new, off of eBay, really cheap. A lot of my reloading stuff I shop around. You have to, because it's so expensive. The last reloading stuff I got at the pawn shop, that stuff sold out quick, they said. I got some Dillon Precision 45 ACPs, 2-piece set. Got some projectiles for 308. Got a lot of powder. All sorts of good stuff. My ES dropped 30% when I switched to the Matchmaster. Wow, nice. What are you talking about? It's mine. You don't want it enough, Desert. I want it. Is yours the light or the link? It's the light, I believe. Lite. Charge Master Light. Lite. It's probably originally $150 machine, close to 200 maybe. I'm not sure. I got it for right around 100 or something. It came in the original box, looked brand new. Still had the protective thingy on the screen. They're banned in California. AT, good luck. Yeah, you're right. You are so right, JP. Mm-hmm. So many stuff that's good is banned in Cali now. You cannot even get used parts off of eBay shipped to Cali, if I recall. Who said I'd ship it to Cali? We just assumed. We just assumed. But I know you have an address in another state, so you're good. Whoops, you got that multi-residency you got over there. Gotta love Nevada over there. We can get some freedom pills. Heard freedom is banned in Cali. I know, right, Stinger? I used to live there for 12 and a half years. Just playing. Can you really not have those in California? I have a Nevada address. A lot of that stuff you can't get shipped into Cali anymore. What's up, work in progress? JP is banned in Cali. What's up, work in progress? I don't think I am, even though I moved away from there. Work 101. He is. Yeah, I know, right? I glad about that work. That you're banned from Cali? Work. What's up, work? We can get it, but it has to be shipped to FFL. Yeah, then you have to pay a transfer fee probably for that even. Freedom and common sense is banned in California. Bruce, yep. Hey, I should show you, Bruce, what I got the other day at the pawn shop. I got this, some 2520. It's about that full. Some 2520. Accurate for rifles. I got some 231. It's about that full. 231, about that full. About the bottom of the green. And then I got, now this is what's worth a lot. This 3031 is about this full. About third full. This stuff's harder to find. And then I got 2 or 3 bottles of stuff that's specifically for trapdoor 4570 and other older stuff from the early 1900s. It's lower pressure, so it should work for my 577 Schneider, as well as if I ever get a trapdoor shot 4570. Must not be going to the right pawn shops. So I got probably $700 worth of stuff, because I got dies, projectiles with that, some casting molds for lead, and I got projectile stuff, and I got lead itself. I got it all for $160. Have you seen Brandon Herrera recent video? Got to be careful having all that desert. I did hear about that, JP. I just listened to that today. It's kind of weird, right? With that channel being messed up. What's up, Naomi? I saw you went live for a little bit. Yeah, they were awesome scores. I mean, this stuff alone, even being that full, like this is an 8-pounder originally. This would have been $300-400. It's about that full, so that's about 100 cheeseburgers worth. This is about the same fullness, the 231, which is handgun. So is 244, which I have some 244. Yeah, I got some stuff, pretty good deal. This right here is for 308 and 223 match. Yeah, I got some good deals. I've gotten good stuff there before, but it was new. That was from another gun shop that closed down. Yeah, I got so much. I didn't show you guys the short of it because I didn't create a short of what all I got. But I've used some of the projectiles already. I bought some dies too. But I used some of the projectiles already for making 357 mag right there. These are regular loads, and then I made some 38 special 357 loads for my dad. What happened to BH? Who's BH? I'm drawing a blank what BH is. What happened to BH? What? Who is BH? But yeah, here's some 357 I loaded the other day with 231 in there. Can you still buy a Legion 2400? I have some 2400. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. No, I have Reloader 7. I have 4000 Allegiant. That's Hodged in 100. I thought I had 2400, but I don't think I do. I don't know if you can acquire it or not. I'm not sure. Oh, Brandon Herrera? Nothing happened to him. He just did a video the other day, just today. It was a YouTuber that got his channel obsoleted, although he wasn't very active of late. Hey, Simba. YouTube got imprisoned on some type of charges of all sorts of stuff. It's a coup. Yep. Brandon posted a video today about another YouTube. Yep, that's it. Yep. Kind of like Russia FPS or whatever it was. Supposedly this fellow was giving step-by-step how to create boom boom powder. We'll just call it that. Not this type of boom boom powder either. It was more boomier than that. Stuff that was NFA regulated and stuff like that. That you can only have a certain amount of it at a time without getting a license. He was saying how to make it. But they said he was making money off of it, but at the same time, the guy was never monetized, so that helps. So they can't prove he actually made money off of it because he never was monetized. He did that on purpose, which helps him out with this case. Simba, Simba, Simba. Dipper, dipper, dippers. Dippers. JPFFA and Simba. Yep. Simba. But that's from the Lion King, right? Simba? Although it says Simba USA. I haven't seen the Lion King forever. Forever. Long, long time. Long time. Alliant 2400 was what Elmer Keith used. Developed 44 Magnum by overpressurizing 40 Special, I believe. Could have been. I thought I had 2400, but I think I'm getting mixed up with. I thought for sure I had some 2400. Because I remember it. I thought I had some. I thought I had a picture of a rifle on it, though. That would be. That would be. Here's 4100. This is for 454 Casull, 44 Magnum, 450 Extreme, 50 Action Express. It's similar to AA9. The load data is limited, so AA9 can be used as a guideline. 4100. This is for 44 Magnum. I did not pay $125 for this. I paid 40% of this sticker. You're correct, creator. Sounds Sabakuk, right? 44 mag or 41 mag. Way off topic, but did you know DD and do not make 11.5 handguns? They only sell them as a complete upper. Interesting. That's my actual name. I'm the OG. That whack movie came out a decade after I was born. Well, you're about my age then, because that came out in like 90. When did that come out? Lion King. 97, 96? So you're close to my age. I think he messed with both. Bruce Elmer Keith also helped Smith & Wesson develop 357 Magnum. I figured I could use this in 460 Magnum because it does work in 454 Casull and 44 Magnum, as well as 50 AE. That's some power. It came out in 93 or you were born in 93? Which one? Keep away from sparks and heat. I wonder why. It says it's also designed for 410 shotgun. That's weird. 1994 Lion King movie. It came out in 93. Okay, so you're older than me then. If you're a decade more than that. Guns are bad. Okay. 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 How does she do it? Kamala Harris. Okay. Guns are bad. Okay. The impersonator. Have you seen her shorts? The one that sounds almost exactly like Kamala. It's hilarious. Okay, it came out in 94. Just looked it up. Really, I thought it was newer, like 2000. JP. No, it's not. I knew it. I figured it was like 95 to 97. I think that's what I said earlier. 11 years later. 11 years later. 5 hours later. JP's a bad MK. Okay. Okay. That's a bad MK. Yep. I was born in 90, so I was 4 when it came out. Wow. JP, good noodle. Good noodle. Don't lie. You no lie. Well, good night, everyone. I got to do some stuff before tomorrow. Yeah, I should quit soon. I've almost been on for 3 hours. 2 hours and 46 minutes. I got 11 people in here right now, so it's nice. Don't tap them screens, folks. Thank you for the donation. I think it was Creator. Thank you, Creator, for that $4.99 you gave us earlier for fixing the triggers on that old Kentucky rifle. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Good old Kentucky. Good night, Creator. Yep. Good night, he says. Guten Tag. Oh, that's Guten Morgen. Guten Tag is afternoon, right? Or is that evening? What we got here? Oh, I got a comment on my short. King Break Barrel says, that is a really nice pistol. I have never seen some. It's my little teeny pea shooter. Jerome, you were born in 1990. Yes, I was. So you're a little bit older than my sister was born in 85. She's the oldest of the family. I was born in 99. I like cheeseburger. I like cheeseburger. I like cheeseburgers too. I like cheeseburger too. 86. Okay, so you're right between my sister and my brother, my oldest brother. My sister's 85. My oldest brother's 87. Tag is day in German. Tag. Guten Tag. I'll still color you straight. Yeah, I'm old. Born in 61. You know who else is born in 61? Russell. If I recall, Russell's born in 61. My dad's born in 63. Mom in 64. I'm younger than all of you. 44. Well done. Well done. I'm old. Yeah, he's older than you, Simba. You are 40. My brother's going to be 39 this year. My sister's going to be 41, I guess. I think. E.T. was born in 04. He's a little tyke. Is he really born in 04? 02. That's not much younger. Got me 44. 1964 here. Okay, so you're my mom's age. She's born in 64. You're born in 02. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to remember when my roommate was born because he's 21. So he was born in like 2005, I think, 2004. Bruce, a few years younger than me. Yep. 1 or 2 years. 40 deuce. Yep, 40. Big old 40 over the hill. Yeah, my sister will be 41 this year. I think it is. Yeah, she'll be 41. And my brother will be 39, the next one down. Everybody's getting old. I'll be 37 next year, 36 this year. My birthday's in less than a month. Yep, I'll see what we'll do. Last year, I bought myself a pew-pew for my birthday. I can't remember which one it was. I'll have to look at my history and see. Bought myself a pew-pew. And then for Christmas, I did too. I bought it about a month early, though, for Christmas, because otherwise I wouldn't have acquired it. I wouldn't have been able to acquire it, yeah. I'm halfway to the end. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good old 27 in a couple months. There you go. We bought our house 11 years ago. That bleeps crazy. Yeah, time flies, dude. Time flies. Time flies. Yes, it does. Exactly what I was saying, Simba. Yeah. It flies like a kite. JP, you're very young. 27. Let's see, that's That was 8 years ago for me. I was in Honduras when I was 27. I moved there in 2017, the end of 2017, like in September, I think. August, September of 2017. And then moved out in 19. Little whippersnapper. Yeah, I know, right? If you're in your 30s, you're not a whippersnapper anymore. But I think if you're in your 20s, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm young, but I'm mentally elderly. Ay, ay, ay. Help the needy. We're all touched with autism, buddy. It just varies. We all have a little bit of the autism. Sometimes they're slapped with it. I'm mentally elderly. You just never go full, though. Remember? You never go full retard. No, never go full retard. I was in Tropical Island or Tropical something. Tropical Storm. Never go full. Yeah, never go full retard. I feel old. Everything hurts. Hey, sometimes on me too, but that's from previous injuries. Broken ankle, messed up back, herniated disc in the back, broke ankle, messed up knee. Yeah. JP gets senior citizen discounts, but online only. Bruce says, Thunder! Da, 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 Thunder! Tropical Thunder? Yeah, that's what it is. Knees and waist. Your waist? What's wrong with your waist? Got a little big? I try, Zimba, I try. That song's called Thunderstruck, I think, right? The one I was just saying. It hurts. Your waist hurts. The skin don't stretch no more. I go full retard all the time. Tropic Thunder. Yep. Yep, that's what it's called. I haven't seen that one in a while. It's got Robert Downey Jr., Ben Stiller, Matt Damon, is it? No, not Matt Damon. Tom Cruise. It has Tom Cruise, but he doesn't even look like Tom Cruise. And then it has, what's the guy? He runs around and gives them that wireless internet or TV called T-Boo or something like that. I can't remember who that fella is. That tosses it up in the helicopter, blades hit it and breaks it. Oh, no, I think it stopped. He used it to stop the RPG. I think that's what it is. He used it to stop the RPG. Iron Man don't look like Iron Man. Matt McConaughey. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, I was thinking it was either him or the other guy that goes, wow. I forget what his name is. Lunch prep done. What's up, Zero? Bruce is McKinnon. Yep. Iron Man don't look like Iron Man. Yeah, he wanted to look like a colored brother. He did. He doesn't look like one. Pretty interesting. Matt McConaughey. Yep. McConaughey, how do you pronounce it? Greatest movie ever made, Team America, World Police. Team America, is that the one with the little what's it, soldiers? Or not? It's like a cartoon little soldiers, which I've never seen that one either. Maybe that's a different one. It's not called Toy Soldier. It's called something else. I thought it was Team America, but maybe not. Police Academy? Is that a TV series? Maybe they made it into one. I can't remember. Marionette puppets. Oh, yeah? Meow. What's that for, JP? LOL, it's a movie. It's old. Police Academy? Well, I thought I remember hearing about it, but I thought it was a TV series they made it into as well, but maybe not. Marionette puppets. Is that what the ventriloquist use? I can't remember. Meow, do you know why I pulled you over? Meow, do you know why I pulled you over? No, I don't know, meow. I don't know that, JP, no. I do not know that one. Who's that guy? Oh, it's an old-looking guy. A guy he's got gray hair and he's bald. It's funny. You so funny. Looked at, I'll have to make sure I end up taking a picture of that. It's from Super Troopers. Super Troopers? I'm thinking of Starship Troopers. Different one. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. You never go full retard. No, never. Never go full retard. You went full retard on that one. That's why it's all messed up. Turka ducka ugga jugga tugga dugga. Something a dugga dugga. Never go full retard. No. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. That was funny, that part. Talking about hitting the fifth wall, or whatever they call it, or the fourth wall, however they tell it, like kind of like Deadpool does. That was hitting the sixth or seventh. I mean, he's like way in there. Hitting the fifth wall instead of the fourth wall. He doesn't hit the fifth wall. It's kind of like when you're in a dream, you know you're dreaming, so you can control the dream. That's kind of weird too. Turka ducka, jahud turka ducka. Durka something. My old man body says I need to retire for the night. Good night, everyone. Yep, you get up and go. Got up and went. See you at 44. We should quit here soon. Once we hit 3 hours, I'll quit. We've been on 2 hours and 56 minutes and almost 57 minutes. We'll quit at 3 hours. Might as well. Yeah, blessed evening, blessed night. 44. Have a good day tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing some more drywall work. I did do some light sanding and some spackling, hopefully, with knockdown. He keeps adding stuff to the job, and I explained to him, then I said, hey, I don't mind finishing this room, and then I have to schedule back in. I can't just keep work on yours only, and everybody else has to sit on the burner because I have other people that are waiting. He's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's like, you need to make yourself a clone. You need to have a clone made. It's like, yeah, like a robot. That way I don't have to feed it. Excuse me. He likes my work a lot. And I'm probably cheaper than everybody else because I'm doing by the hour instead of by the job because he keeps adding stuff. He added more drywall to replace. He added filling in a hole and then a whole bunch of other holes last minute yesterday. Like 5 or 6 more holes to patch. And so I'm like, I would have been farther along, but you added this in, so it's kind of a wrench. So now I can't do as much as I wanted to do today because I have to have steps, wait for stuff to dry. He was complaining a little bit. He's like, oh, you only do half day here, half day there. And I said, that's how drywall is. You got to wait until it dries. You can't just start work on it again. You got to wait until it dries. See, too much work is a good problem to have. Kind of. He made more holes so you wouldn't leave. I think needs company. Honestly, he does. He does need company. I think he's upper 60s, 70s, something like that. What he did is he had the boxes for like coax and phone line. He clipped them and pushed the boxes into the wall, and he wanted them all patched. So that he added on. So I did some California fills and then taped one coat. And then I said, send me a picture at 4 p.m. to show me if it's dry yet. One of them wasn't quite dry on the picture. He only sent me the last one. I said, well, I'll be by anyway. So I sanded them all and put a second coat on all of them. I heard there's some big lives taking place this weekend. Oh, yeah? Because of the holidays? Being the Memorial Day is Monday. But weekend would be other. I learned the California when I was around 24 years old. I think I've only used it one time before. There's pros and cons to it because sometimes the paper they use, especially this was purple, not purple paper, it's green. If you don't put the right amount of ratio with water and moisture and dry time, the paper can get wrinkly. More than just using the net looking tape. But at least you don't have to put a backer on it with screws and a piece of wood back there for your patches. That part's nice. He had a medicine cabinet he took out of the wall and wanted me to fill that hole in. I did a short about that because I put trinkets back there for someone to claim later. But yeah, that paper's thicker than mesh tape or the other tape. And so you got to watch it that when it gets moisture on it, doesn't get wrinkly, which happens with paper tape sometimes too. That's why I prefer for patching and small work, the other stuff, the netting. Oh, you saw the video? Yeah. You might have been one that commented on it. That said something about, oh, that's always cool to see stuff like that. I mean, I like it when I open up a wall and someone wrote a date on it or something. So I do that. I'll do different stuff. But that one's the only time I think I ever left trinkets. I left a dime and a nickel in there and a little note. And then, but I've written like dates in my name and stuff, and scripture references on different things. John 3:16 usually is what I put on there. Anyways, hey, we hit 3 hours, guys. Guess what that means? We got to wind down. We'll have to wind down, mate. All right, let's close the poll here. Click. When I make custom cabinets on the uppers or under the base cabinets, I put my name. Yep. Name and a date is a cool thing. That way you can know what's going on. Fake skeleton in a dead space of the wall. That would be awesome. They open up and they're like, ah. That would be awesome. One that looks like really real. That would just like make someone crap their pants or pee them. That's diabolical, as J Dog would say, which he was in here earlier. All right, y'all. We'll go ahead and close the live down. Appreciate the donations. We appreciate all the likes. We got 49. Your side probably says 40, which 39, which your side probably says 40. Desert gonna go party on the porch? Possibly. He's probably gonna go live here shortly. Y'all have a blessed day, blessed night, blessed rest of your life. You can never go wrong serving Christ. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh through Father but through him. Remember that, y'all. He's there for you each and every day. I have to remember that myself. Anyways, appreciate y'all. You have a good night. Says AT Stinger says bye. Take care. All right. See you guys. Till next time, folks. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye.